Hi, I am super excited to be here with Brooke, who is, at the time of recording, 2 days away from her performance on The Late Late Show, hopefully going to become one of Ireland's Eurovision representatives, the next in a long and glorious line. Hi, it's amazing to be here with you.
Rosie, your voice is the most calming voice I've ever heard. Like, you should do them sleep podcasts, like them calm. You should have your own section.
I'll do some ASMR.
Yeah, you definitely should. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm actually like I'm so buzzing. I've been so nervous all week. And then this morning I had my first routine, like dance choreography rehearsal with my dancers, and oh my god, it's just took it to a new level. So I'm not even nervous anymore. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Can you give us any spoilers about what we might expect from the performance?
2 very beautiful dancers and 1 very mediocre dancer in the middle.
I'm sure whatever you're going to do is going to be a lot better than what I could ever do. So
no, stop. But no, definitely does look very good. Like, it looks very appealing, and I feel like in previous years fast songs have nearly suffered at the expense of the smaller stage in the Late Late Show. So I feel like we've definitely worked on that and amended the performance to suit that stage. So we have the poles out and we've nearly made the stage smaller so that it feels bigger when we're there.
Amazing. So if you were, fingers crossed, to win, what sort of changes might we expect for the Eurovision stage? Or is this something you're just not thinking about yet?
Well, I have been trying not to think about it. Obviously, it would be absolutely amazing if I did get there. So we've had to sacrifice props because of the staging. We don't want anything to look clumped or unprofessional. So with the dancers, we are synced, like we're all connected, like the dancing is going to be so sleek, and we want that to be the focus, and then the vocals to be the focus, that everyone can see, oh, she can't sing it. That's a pro. But for the Eurovision, obviously there will be a lot more emphasis on the staging and props, and everything would just be elevated to a new level. So what you will see on Friday is going to be a microscopic view of what's possible.
That's really exciting. I'm so excited to see this now.
I hope you are. I hope it's good.
So That's Rich is one of those sorts of songs that is about self-worth and self-empowerment, and it's so fun and powerful, even just as a studio track. So could you tell us a little bit about where does the song come from and what the writing process was behind it?
Of course. So whenever I wrote this song, I had just went through a breakup, but it wasn't necessarily a really sad breakup where I was crying all the time. It was more, I don't know why I went into the relationship, because I lost myself nearly. It was it was just the coming of age, kind of realizing who I was and what I deserved. And I suppose I wanted a song that wasn't going to make everybody cry, but it was a song of nearly full circle. So you're out of the relationship and you've come to terms with it, and you're nearly thanking them for how awful they were, that they made it easy for you. So it should be a song that is listened to with friends, or by yourself, when you just want to like laugh and have fun. Like it's meant to make you want to dance and have fun.
And it definitely succeeds, in which case.
Yeah. With the writing process, I suppose I was focusing on a lot of 80s music, and I wanted to make an oldish sounding song, so like bring in elements of the 80s and also focus on making a sound that wasn't really used right now. So I had written it last January, and then Olivia Rodrigo's album came out, and I was like, okay, I can't release this now. It looks like I copied her. But no, the writing process was really, really easy. Everything kind of flowed out very, very, very fast. And what I do is I'll go through the week. If I know of a writing session coming up, I'll write down my dreams, or I'll write down different phrases that I hear people say that, would be really catchy and hooky, that people would listen to and they would stand out. So I go in with Word documents or notes from my phone, and I share my screen. and then we just pick phrases. So "That's Rich" was one of the phrases, and "Take Your Mirror Off the Wall" was one of the phrases. Like the key cool phrases, like were just things I'd heard during the week.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
That's a really neat way of writing, actually. I hadn't actually considered that as a way of doing it, but it's fascinating, and I can see just how so much of the sort of the words we say on a daily basis can be quite melodic and have that sort of rhythm to them, and it's fascinating to see how those then get turned into the song that you've produced.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Like I heard someone say, "That's rich," like, you know, they were saying, and I said, such a good phrase. And then it wasn't even my conversation, it was someone over there, and I was like like typing it on my phone.
Yeah.
Like you just, because there's loads of opportunities everywhere for concepts and for phrases, so songwriting is all around us, I suppose.
Absolutely. One of the things that has really captured me about sort of your sort of Eurosong Late Late Show journey has been your huge passion about sort of changing the perception of Eurovision amongst the sort of Irish public. And as someone from the UK, this is something that I really connect with and really recognize. So what would you say needs to change, and how can we go about changing that?
Well, it's very easy if something goes wrong to say something negative. It is very easy. Like we had maybe one year that kind of spiraled into a few years of people losing faith, and that's not necessarily fair, because you need to give every act a fresh response. But you, with human nature, like you're gonna follow and jump on the bandwagon and not want to speak out against something. But this year, I definitely feel the potential to change everyone's opinion is a lot greater, because the difference is, since 2015, it's been chosen in a boardroom with people sitting with pens and paper and thinking, we could do this with this. And you don't really get to see a live performance, how people cope with a small, like, you know, with an audience, how people cope with singing live, what they would do, what their passion is, like what they could do on the European tour. There's so much that would go into it. That's why I feel like this year is different, because it's the first time in 7 years that the public have a say. The public themselves will feel a good bit of responsibility for the act and want to follow them through on their journey. So it's going to change a lot of people's interest in the show this year, because I feel like the interest will be there from the outset instead of just in May, and then they'll not know who's singing or anything, whereas they've got the chance to vote this year and choose who goes for them. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And clearly you are a huge Eurovision fan yourself, and it's clear in sort of all of the interviews I've seen from you so far. What is it you love about the contest so much?
I think it's the diversity. Like you get to hear every country's, you know, different sound, and you get to see every country's different approach to the performance side of things. Like every year I go for a different country because someone brings something special to the show. It's such a unique platform, and such a massive platform. Yeah. And I mean, 18 million people on average watch it. That's worldwide. So I feel like I've seen some of the entrants going through this year. Like I've seen Spain, and whoa, she is a performer. Like she's unbelievable. Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, you don't know what's going to come. You don't know what's going to happen. It's such an amazing opportunity for anyone to get into. And just like, look at the likes of Måneskin last year. I have never seen an act go through with such like stage presence. It was like nearly watching like you were in the audience of a concert. So like, it just changes every year. I mean, the first time I ever watched Eurovision, it was Lordi for Finland, and oh my god, I was terrified. Like I was like 7. I don't want to watch, but I do. So you never know what's going to happen and what you're going to get or who's going to sing what, and it's just a really, really amazing, quirky, fun competition that no matter how long the show is, you watch every bit of it because it's so fast paced. And I suppose that's what sticks out. The winner is the one that you remember the most. And I feel like that's where my song's really in a good position, because it's catchy from the word go. It's really, really catchy and in your head. So they'll be watching, I don't know, Estonia. They'll, that's rich. Oh, get away. Like, get out of my head.
Is it sort of weird thinking that sort of from a hotel room in Ireland that there are people across the entire continent and even the entire world who might just be singing and like humming along to your song going throughout their day? Because I'd be lying if I said I hadn't done that.
That's so weird. I haven't even thought about that. Look, I'll not lie. The response from everyone was insane, like from everywhere. Like they leaked the song, and from it came out in New Zealand 12 hours before, and somebody leaked it and put it on a blog, and like from there, really Twitter, everything went mad. And I don't know, I wasn't expecting that response. I don't know if that response is normal, but I wasn't expecting it at all. And it was people making memes, being, you know, like people's faith was restored in the country selection process. And it was just, I mean, to think that you were even like walking down the street listening to it, like that's crazy. That's so crazy. That's what every artist dreams of, you know, connecting with someone with their music. I haven't even thought about that. I really haven't.
Amazing. It's one of the things I love about the contest so much, is that music is such a huge element of togetherness, and it comes across in everything that you're saying as well. It really does just bring people across the world united in something.
Yeah, it really does. Oh, lovely.
Okay, I have one last question for you.
Okay.
So let's say someone listens to That's Rich and they're like, this is amazing. I really want to hear more from this person. Where in your songs that you've released already would you say they should start?
I have, to be honest with you, so I was in The Voice UK and I got to the final, and then I had to wait a certain amount of time before the winner, after they won, to release music. So I've only had one single out so far. However, this year, if you follow me, I have my whole EP coming out this year.
Oh,
I know. I'm so buzzing. Like, that's what I mean. I can't get too hard on myself if I don't win. Do you know, my music's still going to come out. There's always next year, but I will be fighting to get there this year. I'm taking it so seriously. And I hope that everyone can see how passionate I am and that they'll maybe get behind me.
Completely. When can we expect your EP out? Do we have a date?
Hopefully it's going to be, I want to do like a waterfall release. So it's going to be staggered. So give That's Rich the amount of promo time that it needs. Then while everyone thinks, oh, she's slipping, oh, bam, then there comes the next song. So keep everybody interested. And, you know, it's always going to be fresh, and hopefully I can sing a few live performances. And yeah, I would love to get everybody to hear it.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing the huge passion that you clearly have for everything. Best of luck on Friday. I have my fingers crossed for you, and I hope it goes incredibly well, and maybe we'll be seeing you on the stage in Turin in May.
Hopefully. Thank you so much for this interview. Honestly, really, really lovely speaking to you.
It's been lovely speaking to you as well.
Bye. Bye.